Automobilista 2 now is just fucking perfect. Well, almost. Well now guys, now is the perfect time to jump back into Automobilista 2 if you haven't been playing it for a while. The muchly anticipated patch version 1.5.3.2 has finally been released and it is superb. And in this update they've released the historic Track Pack Part 2 DLC, and that includes 4 tracks. We've got Barcelona 1991, Interlagos 1991, we've also got Interlagos 1993 and Montreal 1991. As you can see, I'm in the Barcelona 1991 track. It's fantastic. They've also released the Formula HiTech DLC, and that includes the Formula HiTech Gen 1 class featuring the MP4/7 and 3 generic models. They've also added Formula HiTech Gen 2, which features the McLaren MP4/8 and 3 generic models. We've got a lot of fixes there, a lot of improvements, and most of all they've overhauled the physics for all the cars as well, or most of them, and revised the force feedback for all the cars. And I can say now Automobilista 2 is very close to being the #1 feel and force feedback. I just blew my mind racing in this race today. The road feel now is just astonishing in the force feedback, and currently I'm using the Fanatec CSL DD. I'll soon be moving up to the Club Sport DD Plus, and I'm really looking forward to using that, guys. But the force feedback is just outstanding. You know, just perfect for me. Like you're going down the main straight, you can feel the road, all the little bumps with really fine detail, but not over detailed, if you know what I mean. There's no graininess there. I'm using Default Plus in the game. I think you can feel a little bit of engine there as well. Everything seems to be in the Default Plus setting. Seems to be perfect for the force feedback. I'm currently using about 70% gain as well. It just seems really good setting for my wheel. The biggest game changes for me as well with this update, not only is it the force feedback, they've also made a bunch of changes to the AI. And I think Automobilista 2 now has the best AI in sim racing. They've really made this the perfect single player game to be racing against AI. The AI are actually fun to race against now. I remember back in the day when I first started doing Automobilista 2 videos, I'd have to do multiple takes restarting races because the AI would sort of crash into the side of me, or they'd stop way too soon, or just do really bizarre things and just take me out of the race, and I have to restart, and you know, it gets a little bit frustrating. But now the AI is just really well. It's been finely tuned. We've also made some changes in the braking as well. I did notice that as well. The braking feels pretty good for me now in Automobilista 2. They also made a lot of changes with sound. These cars sound fantastic inside and out. Made some good changes with interior sound and trackside sound. They sound much more realistic and refined. Also got to tell you, I recently updated to a 4090, and that is just been perfect time because Automobilista 2 I run resolution scaling at 90%. You can pretty much run it 100, but just to make sure I'm within that 90 frames per second, I run at 90% and the graphics up to maximum. It is by far the best looking VR sim out there. It is just astonishing. And now with the improved sounds, when you've got the headset on, it's just so realistic, and with the force feedback, the whole package for me now is just perfect. I haven't tried all the cars yet. Probably do some videos on some other ones as I go, and we'll test some other cars. I had a quick test of the GT3 Porsche, and that seems to be filled. The force feedback in that car was just excellent as well. I want to spend a bit more time with the Porsche because I jumped into the Porsche straight after driving these F1 cars, and it's probably not such a good idea. But I'll spend a bit more time with the other cars, guys, and we'll go back into some other videos and see how we go. I'll be spending a lot of time in AMS2 now. I really did have a lot of fun in this race and testing for this video. The whole update now is just so good. It's just so perfect. Spent a bit of time playing around with the active suspension before and during this race. It works really well in AMS2 with these cars. I also left the traction control. I turned it down a little bit. Did a bit of a setup for this car for this race, and it was just, I had a lot of fun with it. The active suspension works so well, so much better than I expected. Turning that on and off, you know, down the straight, it's just really good. Just a really good addition to be adding that from these cars to AMS2. Automobilista 2 really does F1 cars, or these older F1 cars, they nail it. They're now perfect. Really think AMS2 is still heading in the right direction, and the last two patches, or basically from 1.5 onwards, they really seem to be knuckling down and making some good changes and listening to people. It's just excellent what they're doing with this game. They've been quiet for quite some time, but they've honestly been working hard at this. And for me now, force feedback, everything, it's so good now. And just having this 4090 with the VR cranked all the way up, it's so sharp. The interiors, it's so much fun. Really happy with this update. Anyway guys, I'll leave you a bit more of this race. If you enjoy my content, leave a thumbs up. Really helps my channel out, guys. We'll be doing more AMS2 content, and I haven't been doing a great deal of it lately. But if you want to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.